When I think of the difference between outcomes and goals, I think of the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon did not happen overnight. It was the accumulation of forces of water and erosion over time. It was created layer upon layer, year after year, millennia after millennia. Outcomes are more expansive and inspiring than goals. Goals are time-bound and task-oriented, but outcomes reveal a bigger picture and then tap into the energy of your emotions. In today's episode of Free Your Inner Guru, we explore 3 reasons outcomes get better results than goals when it comes to creating a meaningful life. Many people set goals believing that once they attain their desired result, they're going to feel a certain way. Think of the last person you spoke to who said something like, "If only I could lose 10 pounds, I'd feel better about myself." Or said, "I'll be happy when my business is making a certain amount of money per month, or when I can drive a certain kind of car or do a certain thing." Maybe that person is you. Success, though, is not really about the size of your bottom or the bottom line of your business or what you have. It's about how you think you'll feel when you achieve that result, when the number on the scale is reduced by the 10 pounds or you've increased your revenue by a certain amount. One of the reasons that this is problematic is by delaying a sense of worthiness and a sense of positivity and the feeling of already knowing that you are successful. It delays not just the gratification around achieving your results, it pushes away positive people, situations, and things because we tend to be inwards focused when we're not feeling good instead of being receptive to what's going on in our environment. What if we stood that thought pattern on its head, though? What if instead of delaying your good feelings until after your result came in, you let yourself feel good about it now? There's a way to do this, and it's very powerful. It's the power of living in alignment with your desired outcomes. The first part of designing your outcomes has everything to do with self-awareness. Outcomes are more expansive. They are about your bigger picture. So they're more inspiring than simply a task list or things you think have to happen. So a little bit of self-awareness goes a long way if you want to create inspiring outcomes that will make your life and your business meaningful to you. People make change when one of 2 things happen. Their fear of staying the same or their desire for something different becomes greater than their resistance. The best example I can think of this is when my husband and I owned a gym and operated it for several years. When I reflect back on the few of our hundreds of members who achieved what I would call lasting transformational results, they had one thing in common. Their inner shift had happened before they walked through our doors. Whether it was a health scare or a big life change like a child on the way or impending retirement, something had flipped an internal switch inside of them. Whether it was fear or desire, that something is emotion. The good news is that you don't have to wait for external motivation. And let's face it, not all external motivation is positive. Sometimes it takes people a strong negative experience to make change. So you don't have to wait for that kind of external motivation to spark your transformation. A more proactive approach is to engage your emotions with clear, compelling outcomes. And that's one of the reasons why outcomes are far more powerful than goals. They engage your emotions, they're a part of your bigger picture, and so they are more expansive. And if we know one thing, the universe loves expansion and growth. Outcomes tap into powerful feelings like pride and satisfaction. When I work with my clients who are leaders and entrepreneurs, their desired outcomes tend to cluster around big picture themes like freedom, contribution, legacy, influence, creativity, and full self-expression. So the freedom of enjoying, for example, a healthy lifestyle now and into the future becomes more compelling than the onerous tasks of losing 10 pounds right now. When you turn your desire for your result into a bigger picture outcome and assume the good feelings in advance, it's not really about the 10 pounds. It's about feeling vibrant, strong, energized, and healthy. It's not really about what's in the bank at that moment in time. It's about the pride and satisfaction you'll know when you're running both your body and your business well. If that means you change size or feel different in your clothing or have more money in the bank at the end of the month and consequently more freedom, so be it. These are the natural results of aligning with your outcome. So not only are the outcomes bigger and more expansive and tap into your powerful emotions, it puts you on a journey that is more meaningful. One of the biggest causes of burnout that I see amongst entrepreneurs and leaders is that they become separated from the meaning underlying their position or their business, that the stress and the activity and the constant doing takes them away from why they even started it in the first place. If you would like some support around this, you're always welcome to come on over to the website and contact me for a discovery session. But I've also created a free download called the Free Your Inner Guru Guidebook. That is a fabulous tool if you want to do some introspection and get realigned with your outcomes. I will leave links to schedule a discovery session or download the Free Your Inner Guru Guidebook in the show notes. And here's a quick preview of what's coming up next week on the podcast. I'll be releasing a beautiful interview with a new author. Her name is Rana Zia. Her book is called Your Hidden Light. And the conversation, when I was editing it, was so inspiring to me and so incredibly practical. So join us next week to explore the 4-step process that you can use to create your desired reality. Together, she and I created a bigger conversation than either one of us could have had on our own. So if you're not subscribed to the podcast already, I encourage you to do that so that you are able to tune in and receive the full benefit of the episodes that are coming up in the near future. I'm Laura Tucker, signing off for Free Your Inner Guru.